and welcome to News 9 Facebook Live with me, Adarsh Vepachedu. The standoff between India and China continues even as winter is setting in. The date for the 8th round of military-level talks is yet to be finalized. And at this crucial juncture, the Chinese PLA is trying to act smart by proposing a peace plan. So what is this proposal? Simply put, what China has said is that it will patrol till finger 5 and India can patrol till finger 3. This essentially means that finger 4 will become part of occupied Aksai Chin. This also means that finger 4 will in a sense become a no man's land. What's important here to note is that Indian Army used to, or at least, they used to try to patrol till finger 8 in the past. As per China, the LAC runs through finger 4, a stand which India has categorically rejected. The Indian perception of LAC is that the line runs through finger 8 of the saltwater lake. So what is the current standing of the two armies in this very region? China here has an upper hand as it has built a road from finger 8 to finger 4. India, on the other hand, is yet to connect by road to finger 4. Well, bottom line really is China was asking for what looked like a compromise with deep implications for India, and our armed forces have seen right through this plan and have rejected the proposal. To tell us more about the strategic significance of the region and how China yet again tried to whisk away Indian territory, we have retired Brigadier P.T. Munnappa joining us on the program. Many thanks for speaking to us, sir. Now, China tried to sell us a trap wrapped in chocolate cover, if I were to put it that way. What makes China think that India will agree to patrol only till finger 3? And how important was it for us to see through this nefarious idea?
Good evening, others. Thank you for inviting me, Atuto. And I'd like to bring certain salient points. Now, your specific questions you are asked about finger 4, 8 and things like that.
Correct.
I would like to start with saying that, first of all, you mentioned that they're acting smart. Smart, they're certainly not so, because you yourself have mentioned that Indian Army has seen through the complete game, and so is our external minister of government. They are all well prepared. And
so they're trying to act smart, but they fell right on their face, is what I meant to say.
Yeah, and a lot of homework has gone since for past 5 to 6 months. People are all together on a different grid right now. Okay. Now, for the past 5 months, I have mentioned a couple of salient points to your channel, as also to other platforms, which stands vindicated. I would like to reiterate 2 or 3 of them. Please. Okay. Now, instead of going through this small, lower level, this one, let us slightly raise our level to and scale it up to a geopolitical level.
Okay.
Any number of rounds of talks at any level, be it a battalion commander, brigade, division or corps commander, or for that matter, at the next level ministry, will not make any headway. True. Because currently both sides are aware and they are also waiting for the snowfall. See, the moment the snowfall takes place, I agree with you or any strategies saying that they have got an advantage of administratively. Okay. So they are well stocked and all. But we also, now that we are occupied permanent post, we are also equally capable of maintaining, even if there is a not well laid out road through mules and all, which I have been doing for so many years. That is the first part of it. And secondly, neither the PLA nor the Indian Army are going to withdraw from the position they are holding right now. Okay. And compromise on talks, because the moment we or they do so, it will be seen as a loss of faith. All right. So withdrawing, talking about finger 2, finger 4 and all, it is at this moment, it's all past. This is all just numerical. Okay. Then thirdly, the current status quo may continue for a longer period in my assessment.
Especially with winter coming right up. Brigadier,
exactly. Once the snowfall, see, people, like water finds its level, what happens in a mountainous terrain, the moment you have the snowfall, all equation, all contingencies, all plans, all administration changes. Correct. Because they are also in new places and occupying the post. We are also in the new places, and many things.
Can we say, Brigadier, that this was PLA's last-ditch effort before the winter, before the snow, to really try and strike a deal?
I agree with you. Because the snowfall should earnestly commence within another 15 days, right?
Correct.
But to show it to the people at large, or to confuse other people, or to for the ease of our certain elements who are supporting China, they would like to have an excuse, and that is the reason.
Okay.
Then in the
Brigadier,
current fact,
specifically speaking, if we were to come back to the finger areas, how crucial is it for us to ramp up our road infrastructure in these areas? China seems to be doing a far better job right now than
no,
the
I
BRO.
agree with you. For a long time, we have done it also, and we are continuing to do so everywhere. But only thing is, it will halt temporarily, all activities halt during the snowfall, right?
Correct.
But thereafter we continue. So the problem is currently the status quo may continue for a longer period.
True. But the point I was trying to make is that Chinese roads are already coming all the way up to Finger 4, and we are yet to get there.
Yeah.
So
what?
it looks as though.
Snow...
Yes, go ahead, Brigadier sir.
No, after the snowfall, that all becomes irrelevant. I'll tell you. You see, you have to see it in the. I'll tell you. It's like this. Finger 4, 5, or finger or thumb or toe does not make any difference here. This is all for discussion purposes, right? We are simply they are time passing also, and it's a dialogue going on which does not matter in the larger context of geostrategical partnership.
Okay.
Currently, the status quo may continue for a longer period, unless, God forbid, some hasty steps are taken by the PLA, and then it's fine for all of us to. We know very well Indian Army is prepared for that, and there is no mark for guessing who is going to be the winner, and the PLA is very well aware of that. And then, as it stands, first is that the PLA has an advantage of logistical movements, and India has got this. They have occupied the heights, like in the vacant heights, built pass in Razengla, Renchingla, and south bank of Pangong Tso. Okay.
Correct.
So the finger 4 or finger 5 at this juncture will not matter. First part of it. And we don't have to bother about that at this stage, because there is, after the snowfall, we have to think of this, and some contingency plans will be made. Maybe whatever it is, I don't want to explain that to you, but then by April or so, we know what to do about it.
Okay.
Then if at all anything has to be sorted out, it's going to be through a flare-up duly initiated by PLA, which will not happen in the foreseeable future.
All right.
So now let us talk about post-winter, and we come to March, April 1921. Should any misadventures happen at lower level, Indian Army is fully prepared because of their high moral and political leadership, and has sent loud and clear message across the globe.
True.
Now PLA, they are not in a position or prepared, and cannot take up a limited offensive also. I'll not call it a war. If at all there is a misadvantage, they cannot. And I can give you more than 20 reasons how and why they will not have this initiative.
Okay.
To give the salient features, they cease to be a professional army. PLA is actually not well trained, and the political commissioners from a company, battalion, brigade command level, they call the shots. The army is not in full control of what they have to do, and then they rank only next to Pakistan in their leadership, poor leadership, and the high corruption values. And thirdly, it is a conscripted army of youngsters who are looking after 4 years of tenure. They have been promised university education. So they are trying. If you have seen all the videos and all in international system which has come up, they are trying, and they are not. Most of them have become unfit after coming to Pangong Tso also, because they have been brought from mainland China in various other places. So I don't foresee anything happening, and these talks is a routine. I think both the parties are totally aware nothing is going to come out of this. Now what we have to see is, we have to definitely see that after the US elections are over, how the balance will be tilted. And let me tell you one thing. This war, India, there is no point of thinking of Russia, America, their help and all. We have to fight it. It's our war. If at all they have to do, we have to fight.
This is our battle, and we have to fight on our own, and we should not really depend on anyone. Now, lastly, Brigadier. Yes.
And I'll tell you others, we are capable of fighting it. I am very confident.
Truly. Very much.
Yeah.
Brigadier, looking forward again, the aggression on the LAC was initiated by Chinese troops, first on Finger 4, then in the Galwan Valley, and then in the Gogra Hot Springs area. After which, after all of that, the Indian Army retaliated in South Pangong Tso. Now,
Yeah.
the Indian stand is very clear. They want the disengagement and de-escalation to follow the same order, the very same order, with the
Exactly.
Chinese withdrawing first.
Exactly.
Expecting this from them seems to be of no use right now. How do we arm twist them into de-escalation in the order we want? And do you feel winter will put brakes on this plan?
No, I'll tell you, de-escalation will not take place. I mean, I've been in this field dealing with China in the intelligence field, and my job has been.
But there has to be a way in which we can arm twist them, and the way they are trying to really catch up with us with these bizarre proposals, we should be able to really try and drop the stick as well.
We will do that, and we are gearing up, and I'm sure the government is preparing on that after 2021. Right now, no arm twisting, nothing can happen because we have to get rest of our rifles, which is going to come within another 2 or 3 months. We are arming and gearing up for this one. We are already additionally pumped in. We have to solidify our new posts which have been occupied. And it will take time to arm twist. So the question is, by that time, we hope that, you see, on the November 3rd, they got this Chinese Communist Party meeting where they're going to discuss the US elections also, right? Now, the moment after the results of the US elections, as also what will happen in the Chinese Congress, because the President and the Prime Minister of China, they are not seeing eye to eye. There is a lot of problems within China, you are aware of that.
Correct.
Nearly 73 nations are against them. Quad is coming into play. South China Sea problems, and Japan is up in arms. What's happening in Taiwan? They got a lot of things to be done. We are capable of defending ourselves, but by post-19, mid-1921, we'll be capable of thinking of arm twisting them, certainly not at this stage.
All right.
So till that time, we have to be content with this, because we have been content for past 70 years, and only for the first time after the Galwan incident, we have taken an initiative, that also, because there have been who ensure that our armed forces are not prepared. I'm talking prior to 2015. Now we are slowly gearing up, and we'll be capable of giving a befitting answer. But fortunately
and we should, when the time is right, as you said, once the winter is over, I'm sure by then we'll have our own set of plans as to how we go about ensuring that China really responds to our demands. Many thanks, Brigadier Monappa, for joining us and for sharing with us your insights on what's really transpiring at the Galwan Valley. Yes, the winter is indeed setting in, and it is that little brief lull or brief period before the winter, and China did try to act smart, but yes, as we discussed earlier, fell flat on their face. So it remains to be seen as to how the winters really pan out, but yes, as the expert just said, not much that we can expect as the winter months begin to roll in. If you've liked the information that we've shared with you this evening, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to News9 on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Many thanks for joining us.